Welcome to Success Suite with Julie Hogbin. Success Suite is your key to unlocking success fueled by transparency, integrity and visionary leadership with a conscious design. Whether you're scaling your business, elevating your career or aligning your personal life with your deeper purpose, we'll provide the tools, insights and inspiration to help you thrive. The podcast where success isn't just a goal, it's a strategy. Formerly known as Conscious Leadership, this rebranded powerhouse is built on the foundation of over 200 episodes that explored how intentional, integrity-led, visionary and emotionally intelligent leadership transforms lives and businesses and are the foundation for sustained success. This is your blueprint for next-level success. No fluff, no excuses. It's about winning in life and business with clarity, transparency and the strategies that work. Here, we cut through the noise and focus on what really works. Building wealth in every sense of the word, mastering leadership and driving sustainable results. If you're here to make excuses or stay comfortable, this isn't your space. But if you're ready to take ownership, make bold moves and lead with both strength and vision, you're in the right place. Success isn't a mystery. It's a state of mind, a system and leadership. Here, with Julie's mantra of nothing sits in isolation, everything is connected. We'll dive into strategies that cover you as the leader you are, to lead with integrity while achieving sustainable success on your terms. If you're ready to design a life and business you love, welcome to the Success Suite. Welcome to the Success Suite podcast. I'm Julie Hogbin, your host and the founder of SuccessSuite.io, and am a multi-published author. Thank you for listening in to this episode, as transparency is one of my favourite subjects. In this episode, we'll be diving into the powerful impact of transparency in communication. Transparency is an absolute game changer in your personal and professional relationships. Let's look at defining transparency first. Transparency is a buzzword you hear thrown around a lot these days, but what does it really mean? At its core, transparency is about being open, honest and forthcoming in your communication. It's about letting others in on the inner workings of your thoughts, processes and decision-making. In a professional context, transparency means not hiding behind jargon or corporate speak, but rather being clear and direct in your interactions. It is about not letting tensions build and resentments grow. It's about sharing information openly, even when it's uncomfortable or challenging. And importantly, it's about fostering a culture where trust is nurtured through genuine and integrity-led communication. Transparency isn't just a nice to have, it's a fundamental building block of effective communication and success. It lays the groundwork for understanding, collaboration, alignment, and the know, like and trust process. When everyone is operating with a shared understanding of what's happening and why, it sets the stage for a more productive and cohesive team. So, the next time you're faced with a communication challenge, consider how transparency can be your secret weapon. Do not be afraid to open up, be vulnerable, and share openly. It might just be the key to unlocking better connections and more meaningful conversations. I have been teaching, training and living transparency for decades. I embraced it 100% a long time ago. I learnt how to do it, and it is both an art and a skill set. It is also a choice you make in your life to do or not to do. I can assure you the benefits of embedding transparency in life and business far outweigh the learning and changes required to get it into your being. Please, each out of you want to know how this is an absolute, if I can do it, so can you. Transparency in personal relationships. Personal relationships thrive on transparency. When we are open and honest with each other, trust and understanding can flourish. In personal relationships, transparency means being willing to express your feelings, thoughts and needs openly, while also being receptive to those of the other person. Taking the time to communicate openly can lead to a deeper connection and a stronger bond. When both parties can speak their truth without fear of judgment, it creates a safe space for both people to be their authentic selves. This fosters an environment where both parties can feel heard and understood, leading to a more fulfilling relationship. Transparency also plays a crucial role in resolving conflicts and addressing issues within personal relationships. By openly discussing concerns and working towards solutions together, both parties can feel empowered and supported. This can lead to greater harmony and understanding, ultimately strengthening the relationship. Additionally, being transparent in personal relationships can help set healthy boundaries and expectations. It allows both individuals to understand each other's needs and preferences, leading to a more respectful and considerate dynamic. Overall, embracing transparency in personal relationships can lead to more meaningful connections, deeper intimacy, and a greater sense of trust and security. By communicating openly, both parties can foster a strong and lasting bond based on mutual respect and understanding. The business advantage of being transparent. Transparency isn't just about being open and honest with your customers, it's also a powerful tool for gaining a competitive edge in business. When you communicate openly about your business practices, policies, and even challenges, you build trust with your audience, and that trust can translate into increased customer loyalty, positive word of mouth, and even a stronger brand reputation. Think about it. In today's digital age, consumers have more access to information than ever before. They can easily research a company's history, read customer reviews, and compare products and services. By being transparent about your business operations, you're not only meeting the expectations of these informed consumers, but you're also positioning your brand as one that values honesty and integrity. Being transparent can also give you a unique selling point in a crowded marketplace. When you openly share information about your products, pricing, and company values, you differentiate yourself from competitors who may still be operating behind closed doors. This can attract a loyal customer base who appreciates your commitment to transparency, integrity, and authenticity. Moreover, transparency can also benefit your internal operations. When employees feel like they're part of a transparent organisation, they're more likely to trust leadership, feel empowered to contribute ideas, and cultivate a sense of pride in their work. This in turn can lead to a more positive company culture and higher levels of employee satisfaction and retention. In essence, being transparent is not just the right thing to do ethically, but it also has numerous business advantages. It's a powerful way to build trust with your customers, differentiate your brand in the marketplace, and foster a positive internal environment for your employees. So, whether you're a small startup or an established enterprise, embracing transparency can be a strategic move that benefits your bottom line. Common misconceptions about transparency. Misconception number 1. Transparency means disclosing every single detail. It's a common misunderstanding that being transparent means revealing every bit of information, regardless of its relevance or sensitivity. In reality, transparency is about being open and honest. But it doesn't mean sharing every single piece of information with everyone all of the time, without considering the impact or context. Misconception number 2. Transparency equals complete vulnerability. Another misconception is that being transparent means exposing oneself to unnecessary risk or vulnerability. In reality, transparency can be strategic and thoughtful, balancing openness and discretion to build trust and credibility without compromising security or privacy. Misconception number 3. Transparency is reserved for bad news only. Sometimes people believe that transparency is only necessary when delivering negative or difficult information. However, being transparent in all communications, positive or negative, can foster a culture of trust and accountability, leading to stronger relationships and better outcomes. Misconception number 4. Transparency is a one-size-fits-all approach. Transparency is not a rigid, one-size-fits-all concept. Instead, it should be adapted to different situations and audiences, considering factors such as cultural norms, privacy concerns, and the nature of the information being shared. Flexibility and empathy are key to effective transparency. Misconception number 5. Transparency is easy to achieve. Transparency requires effort, intention, and ongoing commitment. It's not just about sharing information, it's about creating an environment where open communication is valued and practiced consistently. Achieving transparency takes work, but the benefits are well worth the effort. Misconception number 6. Transparency is rude. No, it isn't. It is an assertive set of behaviours that are sadly lacking in today's world. It is having your boundaries expressed and protected and living through your designed principles. It is looking after your rights whilst caring for others' rights, and it is taking your responsibilities seriously. Remember, transparency is your choice. Remember, your behaviour is your choice. And remember, nothing sits in isolation, everything is connected. And if you are not achieving what you desire in life, look to self first. Practical tips for cultivating transparency. Now that we understand the importance of transparency in communication, let's delve into some practical tips for embracing this powerful trait. First, it's essential to lead by example. This means being open and honest in your own communication, whether it's sharing information with your team or admitting mistakes when they happen. By displaying transparency yourself, you encourage others to do the same. Second, an effective strategy is to create an open feedback culture. Encourage team and family members to share their thoughts and opinions openly, and be sure to listen actively without judgment. This fosters an environment where transparency thrives and everyone feels valued and heard. Third, providing clear and thorough information is key. Whether it's discussing company updates, project status, or performance evaluations, transparency means being upfront and detailed in your communication. This helps build trust and avoids any misunderstandings or misinformation. Finally, practicing empathy and understanding is crucial in cultivating transparency. By demonstrating empathy towards others and understanding their perspectives, you create a safe space for open and honest communication to flourish. Incorporating these practical tips into your communication strategy can undoubtedly enhance transparency within your team and organisation, ultimately leading to improved trust, collaboration, and success. Addressing challenges and overcoming barriers. So, we all know that transparency is crucial for effective communication, but let's address some of the challenges and barriers that might come up when trying to implement transparency in our communications. First off, fear of vulnerability can be a big hurdle to overcome. Sometimes we hesitate to be transparent because it means opening ourselves up to potential criticism and judgment from others. However, embracing vulnerability and being open about our thoughts and feelings can actually strengthen relationships and build trust. Another challenge is the fear of backlash. We might worry that being transparent about certain topics or issues could lead to negative consequences. While this is a valid concern, it's important to carefully consider the potential risks and benefits of transparency in each situation and weigh them against each other. Additionally, there's the issue of organisational culture. In some environments, there may be a lack of support for transparency or a culture that values secrecy and discretion. Overcoming this barrier requires a collective effort to shift the culture towards openness and honesty. And let's not forget about the complexity of some information. When the content is complex or sensitive, it can be challenging to find the right level of transparency without overwhelming or confusing the audience. This requires skillful communication and the ability to tailor the message to the audience's level of understanding. Finally, a lack of trust can be a significant barrier to transparent communication. If there's a history of deceit or dishonesty within a relationship or organisation, it can be difficult to rebuild trust and establish a foundation for transparent communication. Despite these challenges, it's important to remember that the benefits of transparency, increased trust, better decision-making, and stronger relationships far outweigh the difficulties. By acknowledging and addressing these barriers, we can take steps to overcome them and unlock the power of transparency in your communications. The ripple effect. How transparency enhances clarity. So, let's talk about the ripple effect of transparency and how it enhances clarity in communication. When you're transparent in your communication, it sets off a chain reaction of positive outcomes. First and foremost, it builds trust. When you're open and honest about what's going on, whether it's good news or challenges, it shows that you value honesty and integrity. This in turn makes others feel more comfortable being open with you as well. Another ripple effect of transparency is increased engagement. When people feel that they are being kept in the loop and are aware of what's happening, they are more likely to be invested in the process and the outcome. This can lead to improved collaboration and teamwork, ultimately driving better results. Transparency also helps to eliminate confusion and misunderstandings. By being open about expectations, goals, and challenges, you provide clarity that allows everyone to be on the same page. This reduces the likelihood of miscommunication and ensures that everyone is working toward the same objectives. Furthermore, transparency fosters a culture of accountability. When people are transparent about their actions and decisions, they take ownership of their responsibilities. This accountability creates a more responsible and reliable work environment where everyone understands the impact of their actions on the team and the organisation as a whole. Finally, the ripple effect of transparency extends beyond the immediate circle of communication. When you are transparent in your interactions, it sets an example for others to follow. This can lead to a cultural shift within an organisation where transparency becomes the norm, ultimately creating a more open and trusting environment for everyone involved. In conclusion, the ripple effect of transparency is clear. It builds trust, increases engagement, eliminates confusion, fosters accountability, and sets a positive example for others. By embracing transparency in your communication, you can enhance clarity and create a more positive and productive environment for everyone. Closing thoughts and takeaways. So, as I finish today's episode, it's important to remember that transparency in communication is not just a nice to have, but rather a must-have in any successful relationship, whether it's in business or personal life. And remember, it is your choice to be or not to be. By being open, honest, and clear in your communication, we can build trust, foster understanding, and ultimately strengthen connections with others. It's also crucial to remember that transparency is a two-way street. It's not only about how we communicate, but also about how we receive and process information. Remaining open-minded, empathetic, and receptive to feedback is just as important as being transparent in our own communication with others. In today's fast-paced and ever-changing world, the power of transparency cannot be underestimated. It's the foundation and cornerstones of effective and assertive communication and building strong, lasting relationships. Please make a conscious effort to embrace transparency in your interactions and watch as it transforms the way you connect and engage with those around you. Thank you for listening in, and please share with those you know this will help. And I look forward to continuing to explore the power of transparency in communication in future episodes. Until then, keep communicating openly and honestly. And remember the incredible impact it can have on both your personal and professional relationships. If you want to know more, please visit my website, juliehogbin.com, click the Courses tab, and you will find an all-encompassing programme to help you. Or reach out and ask me any questions you may have. for listening to Success Suite, where we don't just talk about success, we create it. If today's episode sparked something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who's ready to listen and learn. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. If you found value here, I'd love it if you could take a moment to leave a review. Your feedback helps us reach even more people ready to transform their life and business. For additional powerful insights, strategies and exclusive content, head over to our YouTube channel. Subscribe there for videos that dive even deeper into the topics we cover here. And remember to check out my author page on Amazon and juliehogbin.com, where you'll find resources, tools and insights to fuel your journey. Let's connect and keep the momentum going. And please look at successsuite.io for magic to help you and your business. Remember, success starts with action. Go out there and make it happen. Subscribe for your weekly episode on Success Suite, and if you want a specific topic covered, let me know.